Get vaccinated or wear a mask until you do. It's Vaxxed or masked.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Time ever, anywhere, the 45th states of America, Donald.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jazz Morganzo here. What's next? We're going to do a little segment called Compare and Contrast. I did one several videos ago. It's been a while that I've done one. But in this case, it's warranted. It's valid. As we heard the CDC proudly proclaim, take off your masks if you're vaccinated. If you're vaccinated. We've had President Dementia run around saying, vaxxed or masked. He gave us a choice. Either get vaccinated or continue to wear your masks. To me, that's an ultimatum, but just using common sense. But in this compare contrast segment, we're going to look at two countries. We here in the United States and, let me close my eyes and throw the dart, Poland. Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. Report. Target, Starbucks, other retailers will still require you to wear your face diapers, your Chinese face diapers, let's be more accurate, after CDC guidance changes. As you can see, homie's busting out the mask. Some of the country's largest retailers will still require masks inside stores despite the Center for Disease Control and Prevention decision to loosen mask wearing for fully vaccinated individuals. Business Insider reported Friday Macy's, Target, Starbucks are among others saying that they still make masks mandatory for shoppers and workers in their stores, quote unquote. Other companies that told the publication they will keep their mask mandates for now include Kroger, Home Depot, Publix, Dollar General. Now, let's just make it clear. Kroger, one of the biggest retailers, grocery retailers in the South, has a home in Florida. Publix has one of the biggest retailers in the South, including Florida. But as Governor Ron DeSantis has said regarding the state itself, we're open. But unfortunately, he really doesn't have any control unless he forces you not to wear it. Unlike other states, Michigan, New York, California, who have used draconian law to force you to keep wearing your Chinese face diaper. But more on that at the end. The report also identifies several companies that are evaluating their policies in light of the CDC announcement, but have yet to make any changes. Walgreens, CVS, Gap, they're still open, and Ulta. The report follows CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky's announcement regarding the easing of mask mandates. Walensky noted that fully vaccinated people are still required to wear your mask on modes of transportation such as airplanes, buses, and trains. And don't forget your cars. The report follows CDC, quote, anyone who is fully vaccinated can participate in indoor and outdoor activities, large or small, without wearing a mask or physical distancing. Walensky told reporters during a Thursday press conference, if you are fully vaccinated, you can start doing the things that you had stopped doing because of the pandemic. We have all along for this moment where we can get back to some sense of normalcy. Normalcy. Seems so 2019-ish, right? This is an exciting and powerful moment, It could only happen because of the work of so many people who made sure that we have the rapid administration of 3 safe and effective vaccines. Safe and effective vaccines. Interesting. However, some states such as New York are keeping mask mandates in place as state health officials review the CDC's new guidelines. Why am I not surprised? Quote, in New York, we have always relied on the facts and science, not real science, to guide us throughout the worst of this pandemic in our successful reopening. Governor, I should have been impeached last year, Cuomo said in a statement. I guess he's waiting for Lord Fauci to give his okay. Speaking of Dr. Anthony Fauci, Lord Fauci, Bishop Fauci, all hail King Fauci, director of the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, and the chief medical advisor to the president, reacted to the CDC's guidelines announcement with a warning of his own. Parents should ensure that their children still wear masks even while playing outside, being that children have the least to worry regarding COVID, with friends to combat the spread of the cove. Quote, yeah, the children do when they're out there playing with their friends, and particularly in an indoor situation, they do. Lord Fauci told CNN host Jake Tapper, let me kiss your ass, on Thursday when asked if children should still wear their masks. Now we're going to switch gears to some freedom. This comes from Poland. Masks off. Poles cheer reopening of bars and restaurants. Warsaw. Poles pull off their masks, hug their friends, and toasted as they've regained freedom. Restaurants, bars, and pubs reopened for the first time in 7 months. And the government dropped the requirement for people to cover their face outdoors. The reopening for now limited to outdoor consumption of food and drinks officially took place on Saturday, yet many could not wait for midnight to strike and were out there on the streets of Warsaw and other cities hours earlier on Friday evening to celebrate, gathering outside public watering holes. Some brought their own beer to hold them over until they could buy drinks at midnight, though some bars were seen serving beers and cocktails early. Quote, now that they're open, I feel so awesome. You feel like your freedom is back, said Gabriel Nikolowski, 38, from Sweden, who was having a beer at the outdoor table at the Pavilions, a popular courtyard filled with pubs in central Warsaw. It's like you've been in prison, but you've been in prison at home. Gee, sounds familiar. Michigan? DJs were finally back at work, and waiters and waitresses were rushing to fill orders once again. Meanwhile, at the end, the requirement to wear a mask outdoors added some sense of liberation. Masks will still be required in settings like public transport and stores. Yeah, I'll talk about that at the end. Bar owners were also happy, thanks to the prospect of being able to finally start earning money, and many said they had been bombarded with reservations requests leading up to the opening. Today we feel like it was New Year's Eve because we were counting down to midnight, said Kasia Syspanska, I'm sure I butchered that, co-owner of the popular bar Kava on Warsaw's trendy Nowy Świat street, it's like New Year's in May. My thoughts. When you have two different countries, you have Poland, who in a lot of issues, a lot of terms, tends to be more free than we are here in the United States. You know, home of the Constitution, Washington, Lincoln, Benjamin Franklin, James Madison, Thomas Jefferson. You would think that we, the USA, would be freer than Poland. But if anybody knows anything about Poland's history, they've come a long way, especially their former prime minister or former president, Walenska, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, right after the wall fell in '89. You know, the whole, of course, East-West, Germany, and of course other countries took that as an issue of, well, if they can do it, we can do it, and so forth and so on. But regarding this situation, is that you have the United States, who should be freer, but when you have states who actually act like dictatorships and, you know, banana republics like New York and Californistan and Michigan, and then you have states who are saying, we need freedoms. We need our freedoms back. We need to support the Constitution, like Florida, like the Dakotas, like South Carolina, like Mississippi, like Louisiana. Pretty much the middle of the country. It says a lot. When you got people in Poland who are celebrating that they can be together with their friends, the masks are coming off, they're hugging each other, kissing each other, they're shaking hands, you know, they're eating, they're drinking, and they take it as like it's New Year's. You know, one person said it was like prison except in your own house. Why aren't we that way? Why? Because they actually have a president who gives a damn versus President Dementia here in the US who doesn't, or doesn't know where he is half the time anyway. So yeah. But with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is Compare and Contrast. You want to see more videos just like this? Please leave a comment below, like it, share it, subscribe it, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.